Jill Sobule, born on January 16, 1959, was a bold, witty, and emotionally intelligent singer-songwriter who left a lasting imprint on the American music scene with her unique blend of folk-pop storytelling. She passed away on May 1, 2025, at the age of 66, leaving behind a body of work that spanned 3 decades, including iconic songs like I Kissed a Girl and Supermodel, the latter famously featured in the 1995 teen film Clueless. With a career that straddled sharp social commentary and tender introspection, Sobule's music often reflected personal and cultural truths, blending humor and melancholy in a way reminiscent of 1970s icons like Randy Newman and Harry Chapin. Raised in Denver, Colorado, in a Jewish family, Sobule frequently wove elements of her heritage and personal struggles into her songwriting. As a teenager, she battled anorexia and depression, subjects that would later form the emotional core of several of her lyrics. Her songs often featured vivid character studies and ironies, seamlessly mixing autobiographical material with sharp observations of American life, gender norms, and societal contradictions. Sobule's career began with promise in 1990 when she released her debut album, Things Here Are Different, produced by Todd Rundgren. Though it failed commercially, it set the stage for her unique voice in the pop-folk world. A follow-up record was recorded with British artist Joe Jackson, but Sobule was dropped from her label before it could be released, causing a 5-year hiatus from mainstream recognition. That changed in 1995 with the release of her self-titled second album, Jill Sobule, which established her as part of a growing wave of articulate female singer-songwriters of the 90s. The album featured I Kissed a Girl, a witty and unconventional track that told the story of a lesbian flirtation between 2 suburban women. Long before discussions of sexuality were common in pop culture, the song broke ground, even receiving mainstream radio play and an MTV-friendly video featuring Fabio. That same year, Supermodel, a satirical take on body image and teenage insecurities, became a cultural touchstone after appearing in Clueless. Though Jill Sobule was a commercial success, her next album, Happy Town, 1997, was less warmly received by the general public despite critical praise. Its content was daring and richly layered, tackling topics like religious fundamentalism and the side effects of antidepressants. One standout track, Attic, used Anne Frank's confinement as a metaphor for emotional isolation. The album earned applause from diverse outlets like Entertainment Weekly and The Advocate, but it didn't perform well on the charts, and Sobule's commercial momentum slowed. Undeterred, Sobule continued exploring challenging subjects in her work. Her 2000 album, Pink Pearl, might be her most representative piece. It contained deeply poignant stories of women in struggle. Lucy at the Gym told of an anorexic woman obsessed with exercise, Claire narrated the mental decline of an aging lesbian pilot, and Mary Kay explored the real-life scandal involving teacher Mary Kay Letourneau. Other tracks, like Somewhere in New Mexico and Rock Me to Sleep, revealed Sobule's own sleepless nights and spiritual uncertainties. Don Henley endorsed the album and even chose Sobule to open for him on tour, recognizing her raw talent and authenticity. Sobule was unafraid to experiment with how she produced and distributed her work. In 2004, she released 2 albums, The Folk Years 2003 to 2003, an acoustic collection of lesser-known songs and covers, and Underdog Victorious, a more elaborately produced record released through Artemis Records. When the label folded, Sobule moved to Los Angeles and embraced new methods of reaching her fans, especially through the internet. She became one of the first musicians to successfully crowdfund an album. In 2008, Sobule launched JillsNextRecord.com to raise $75,000 for her next studio album. Through creative donor incentives, ranging from digital downloads to in-studio participation, she reached her goal in just 53 days. The resulting album, California Years, 2009, was a triumph of independent artistry and was released through her own label, Pinko Records. Sobule continued to innovate with 2014 Stadi's Charms, an album built around a vintage charm bracelet. She collaborated with authors like Jonathan Lethem and Lucy Sante, with each writing lyrics inspired by a specific charm. In 2018, she crowdfunded again for Nostalgia Kills, whose lead single, Island of Lost Things, was named one of the top 10 new Americana songs by Rolling Stone. Beyond her solo work, Sobule collaborated extensively with fellow artists. She worked with Richard Barone throughout the late 90s and beyond, co-writing several songs and appearing together in projects like the underground film Next Year in Jerusalem. With Lloyd Cole, she joined the band The Negatives and contributed vocals and guitar to his projects. Sobule also performed and acted in Eric Schaeffer's film Mind the Gap, playing a street musician with a heart condition. Her ability to fuse narrative and music extended to writing for television, including composing the theme for Nickelodeon's Unfabulous and contributing several songs to star Emma Roberts' debut album. In addition to collaborations with actors and musicians, Sobule explored theatrical and multimedia storytelling. In 2006, she co-created Prozac and the Platypus, a music and theater piece written with playwright Elise Thoron and visual artist Kellyanne Hanrahan. It told the story of a troubled teenager, her neuroscientist father, and a talking platypus named Frankie, blending mental health issues with magical realism. Sobule's partnership with comedian Julia Sweeney led to the Jill and Julia Show, a live performance of music and personal monologues. Debuting at TED in 2008, it toured nationally, offering intimate glimpses into their lives through songs and stories. Her knack for emotional honesty and dry humor made her both a performer and a confessional artist. In the final years of her life, Sobule deepened her commitment to advocacy and community engagement. From 2020 onward, she served as the musician in residence at the Bayard Rustin Center for Social Justice, an LGBTQIA community hub. Her identity as a bisexual woman and her fearless exploration of sexual and emotional identity in her music made her an inspiring voice for queer representation long before it was widely accepted in mainstream pop. Sobule died tragically in a house fire in Woodbury, Minnesota, on May 1, 2025. Her passing marked the end of a remarkable life defined by creativity, courage, and compassion. She was 66 years old. Though commercial fame sometimes eluded her, Jill Sobule's legacy endures in the raw beauty of her songwriting, the pioneering spirit of her independent projects, and the deeply personal way she connected with fans. Whether singing about heartbreak, politics, or platypuses, she never shied away from telling the truth, one quirky, heartfelt lyric at a time. In conclusion, Sobule had an estimated net worth of $4 million during the time of her demise. She accumulated this sum of money from her career and business ventures. With that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.